Ho, ho, ho! That is our seasonal introduction to the newest episode of the Nonsense Review. Today we are doing episode 42 and a step into the Simpsons. But before we get into that, I should probably introduce us. I am your host, as always, Devon, and joining me equally as always is Rick.
Hello, ho, ho.
For those of you unfamiliar with the podcast, what we like to do is, before we actually get into our review, we like to talk about our goings-on in the week on a personal level, and sometimes the goings-ons in the wide, wide world. So to that end, Rick, how's your week been, buddy?
F is for Family came out while we were recording last week, and during the week I watched it. The final season, it doesn't feel like a final season. It's a little bit unsatisfying, but it ties up most of the things that were going on. Just generally ends a bit like a wet fart.
Okay, well here's a quick question, right? Bill Burr's the main writer, correct?
Yeah, he is.
This is his first time writing a thing?
Yeah.
So that kind of explains it a little bit.
Yeah, like, I enjoyed the characters enough, and the world, and the situation enough for me to want to watch the whole thing, and for me to be excited enough to watch the finale to actually watch it.
I've never touched F is for Family. I know it's kind of one of those shows that advertises itself as like a Family Guy knockoff, but it's probably not.
It's like if Family Guy was turned up to 11 and certain things were removed.
That's not a great advertisement for it, if I'm honest.
But like early Family Guy.
Okay, that changes it a little bit.
If you watch it, you'll see it. The first season is finding his feet, and then after that, it gets a bit better.
It's on my to-watch list, and now that it's all out and finished, I don't know if I'll ever get around to it. Because when it came on my radar, it was already on season 2, and I was like, it's a lot to just sit and watch.
Season 1's a short one. It's a very good pajama day show.
I don't do those.
Another thing that happened while we were recording last week is I got a new monitor, and as soon as I installed it, my Wi-Fi broke, so that's a me problem.
The funny thing is that got delivered like between recording sessions, because you were like, oh, I got a package. Oh, it might be my monitor.
Yep. And the third thing that's happening out in the wide world is that by the time we record next, Endwalker will be out. So prepare for some thoughts by the time we speak to you next.
I demand a hug Alice button.
Or at least head pat.
Oh, I don't think Alice would appreciate a head pat. She'd shank you.
Oh, yeah, she totally would, which makes it even funnier. Like, dual-wield head pats on Ali both.
Oh my god! Yes. Man, I want to give a shout-out to that one scene in, I think it was 5.4, where Estilian finally met Alice.
Oh, yeah, he doesn't know that Alphino has a sister.
I love the entire scene as well. Estinian's just giving this look, which we don't usually see because he's the stoic fucking manly man, of just like, what the fuck is going on?
Yep.
I will gladly hunt down 1,000,000 dragons, but one angry teenager.
Yeah, it's one of those, like, when she finally reveals that she's not Alphino because she realises that this is what's going on, he's like, oh boy, oh no.
How do I fix? My spear cannot fix this.
I've met 1,000,000 problems and I've stabbed 99 of them.
Jesus Christ. That's not a lot of them if there's 1,000,000 problems.
Yeah, I know. There's still a lot of problems left over that can't be stabbed.
I don't want to get too bogged down on this, but the mission where you control Estinian and Estinian's working together with, what's his fucking name? I've forgotten it. Gunbreaker Man.
Gaius, yeah.
Gaius, there you go. Oh my god, what a dream team.
Remember when I was talking about Gaius with Matt, and he's like, I don't know if that is Gaius. Okay, search it up on the wiki, and it shows a picture of him with Estinian. And oh, okay, I didn't know Estinian was alive either.
What, Matt didn't?
Yeah, he was like mid-Stormblood.
Oh.
Yeah, he didn't know that the Shadow Hunter was Gaius, and he didn't know that Estinian was alive.
So you sport shit for him. Lovely.
So, that's enough about me, my week, and my goings-on. What about you and your week and your goings-on?
Buckle up, buckaroos, because I've got a fucking list, because shit just kept happening.
Yeah, you do.
A friend of ours, a dear friend, known lovingly as Aizawa, has for a while now been sending me pictures of all the cool Digimon trading cards he's getting.
Yeah.
At Comic-Con, I bought some, but then that wasn't enough, so I bought a box. It's so fun opening card packs.
It's very therapeutic, isn't it? New card smell is a fantastic thing to have in a nerd's brain.
Yeah, like, it sucks when in my brain I know it's just real-life gacha.
It's real-life gacha before gacha.
Yeah, we all had a trading card game we played, or not played, but bought as a child. For most people, it would be Pokemon.
Yeah.
I just like having the pretty artwork. I've got card folders. I've got a bunch of MTG cards already in folders, and I was like, I need to buy a new folder just for Digimon cards. It's an expensive hobby. But yeah, I got some really cool cards. I've got like 3 different Omnimons, one which is worth about 30 quid on its own.
Nice.
I don't want to sell it though, because the art's cool.
Is that the alt one that I told you, oh yeah, you got a cool one?
Yeah. Omnimon Antibody X, and it's the alternative art.
Man, what a name.
Digimon don't go fucking slow and easy on the fucking naming conventions, let me tell you what. Moving on, shall we?
Yeah.
Hawkeye.
Yes.
How much of it have you seen?
Fuck all. I'm waiting for my dad to get back from America to watch it with him.
That's fair. I've watched the first 3 episodes, and my god, is it better than it was advertised.
Yeah.
I remember a couple of weeks ago we spoke about it, and how the advertisements were like, Hawkeye has to get back home in time for Christmas, and I'm like, that sounds like a really shit premise. I watched the first 2 episodes. I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, no, they're doing this in a cool way. I've got it.
Sweet.
May I spoil a single thing for you?
Sure, go for it.
Hawkeye is now hard of hearing.
Okay.
And the best part is, someone asks him why, and it cuts to all the times in the MCU films where he's done stupid shit that has gone straight off next to his ear, like crashing through glass windows and literally being shot by Loki's staff right in his ear. Like, why are you deaf? I couldn't really tell you, because so much shit happens to this dude.
Just explosion compilation.
That's literally it. It lasts, like, not even half a minute, but it's just like, yeah, no wonder why this dude can't fucking hear. Jesus. But yeah, it's great. It's got some fairly comedic moments, even though a lot of the things that are happening aren't necessarily comedic. And I've got to be honest with you, it's given me the Winter Soldier and Falcon vibes in that it's just a more standardised human. For all intents and purposes, Hawkeye's just a dude.
Because Falcon and Winter Soldier did that as well, where it wasn't meant to be a comedic show, but they did have good comedy moments when they could muscle it in.
Oh, absolutely. And yeah, I know Bucky's a super soldier, but like Falcon is just a normal dude.
Yeah, he's a normal dude with gadgets.
Which is one of the coolest gimmicks you can have for a superhero.
Being a normal person.
Yeah. It's kind of weird when there's superpowered beings about. They're automatically going to be on the lower end of things, but I don't give a shit. It's still cool. Watching fucking Falcon take on super soldiers, that's impressive.
Yeah, it is.
There's that. I can't wait to talk to you more about it when you've actually seen it. On to the wide world. Rick, are you excited?
I'm always excited for the wide world.
I keep getting fucking clickbait articles on Facebook, go figure, and the one that got me, I didn't click it because I'm like, I don't care, but the article title was Billie Eyelash. Am I pronouncing that correctly?
I think it's eyelash. Eyelash is what's on your face.
Oh fuck, Billie Eilish is wearing heavy metal t-shirts. What does ex-heavy metal musician think about this? I'm like, do people actually give a shit? I'm asking.
I'm just sat here shaking my head. No, I don't care. To be honest, if she were wearing a Nonsense Review t-shirt, that would be pretty cool, but we don't sell them, so oh well.
I'd be honest with you, I don't even know. I know she's a musician. I don't know what type of music she does. I assume it's not metal, otherwise this definitely wouldn't be a big deal.
She sang the most recent Bond theme.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck about James Bond though, do I?
So yeah, just when the new James Bond film came out and she sang the song, all these old people had to realise, oh, who is this person and why do I have to care?
Going back to the metal t-shirt thing, do you know what it fucking reminds me of?
Go ahead.
You know the fucking pricks who they see any woman in a fucking heavy metal t-shirt and they go up to them and go, name 3 songs!
Oh boy, yeah.
But you know exactly who I'm talking about though, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
First of all, yeah, you're right, they might not be a fan, but you could say that about dudes too. I can't tell you the amount of heavy metal t-shirts I own, which I only own because the image is cool.
Oh, totally.
But no fucker's gonna check me on that shit because I'm a dude, so I must know what I'm talking about. But girls, it's literally 10-year-olds. Ugh, icky girl, you don't know. Fucking pricks.
Well, it's one of those, like, what's the worst thing that can happen in that situation? That, okay, maybe she might be a fake goth or whatever, but, like, even if she is, she's still making the effort.
This is why incels are incels. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
And, like, why won't women fuck me? Because you do this. Alright, moving on before I go into a depressing tangent about that fucking creepy fucking culture. Iron Maiden. That's tangentially related. Have you heard about the deal they've made with Marvel?
I have seen that there is a deal, and I didn't click the article to find out, so please enlighten me.
I heard this on the fucking radio of all things.
Oh boy, that's not a place where I normally hear news.
Basically got a deal where Iron Maiden and Marvel are teaming up to make a bunch of merchandise featuring Eddie, Cross, Marvel characters. I think the characters they specifically said on the radio ad were Wolverine, Deadpool, and basically X-Men characters.
Okay.
Is there more marketable a character in heavy metal music than Eddie?
Maybe not.
But yes, that's more or less the goings-on in the world. I should probably throw to you, Rick. Rick, what are we doing today?
Today we are watching the only full feature-length episode of The Simpsons to come out in the 80s. The Simpsons, Season 1, Episode 1, Simpsons Roasting on an Open Fire. It's available on Disney+, and if you want to watch along with us, 3, 2, 1, and go.
It's very interesting that the very first episode they have is a Christmas special.
Yeah. Because before this, it was the Tracy Ullman show.
Yep.
It's already crashed the car in the first episode.
Yeah, that sets the tone. I do like Maggie's fucking stupid star appearance in the cold.
Yep. Completely super swaddled.
God, they're well fucking late, aren't they?
Yep.
I remember the outcome of the episode. I'm not going to spoil it, just in case people are watching this for the first time ever, which I suppose isn't beyond the realms of possibility, considering how old it is.
Yeah. This episode is older than some people.
It's older than me.
Yeah, this came out just before one of my earliest school memories of the headmaster just going, "Welcome to 1990."
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yep. Whipping Robs. Mary Kurusamasu, yeah. It's like a prototype Ralph.
Eh. How racist is this going to be?
Yep. Oh, she got no pants on.
Yeah, I don't think that would be allowed. How are you able to get a child to do this? What the fuck? You're actually correct. That drawing is weird.
It is so weird that she has no pants on. Holiday flavour, it say.
Oh look, the twins don't have purple hair.
Oh yeah, I guess it's back when Smithers was black as well.
Yeah, probably. Did that dude have a cleft palate?
He might have done.
I think this might have been the first time I ever heard this take on the song.
I never got to the Batmobile breaking its wheel and the Joker getting away.
Oh, fair enough.
We only ever got to Robin laid an egg,
and then
that's about as far as it went for as far as we got.
Could there be anything more dull than having to sit through other kids' performances at a fucking school play thing? Like, your kid's part has been and gone, but you got to watch all the other shit.
I
haven't got kids, so I haven't developed that empathy yet. Yeah, I suppose. Technically, that's walking.
Yeah, she's... Yeah, we love Bart. Yeah.
Man, I'm just remembering the bit where Homer's hallucinating, and he just goes, "Sweet, dear little rat boy, Bart, quick gnawing on the walls!"
And he actually still is.
Spoiler alert for any kids who are watching, which, by the way, stop watching. Adults are just children. We just pretend we know what we're doing.
Yeah, we're just tall children. Oh yeah, back in the day when Lisa's entire character arc was a pony.
It's one of those weird things where it's in a lot of things where the little girl wants a pony, and I've never understood it.
Well, it's like boys that want motorcycles.
Yes.
It's mobile freedom between your legs.
Yeah, I guess. She sounds legitimately depressed.
Yep. Homer gagging.
Real mature. I mean, like, jeez, I know they're establishing it early on, but, like, they don't do themselves any favours either.
No. Is this the episode where they find a thing in the house where they turn it on and it goes Merry Christmas 1983 or whatever.
Maybe. There's always that one prick on every block.
On our block, it's us.
Oh, man. There was a certain year when my mum and dad just straight up said, we're not doing Christmas lights outside the house. And it's like, why? It's a waste of electricity. And as I get older, I can't agree with that sentiment more and more.
Yeah.
Wait, this year we've got a holly wreath on the fucking front door, and that is it.
Yep. My dad loves the, well, it's back in the days of cartoon physics.
Guess.
Our neighbours on our row are completely devoid of Christmas, but on the next street down, we call it Chav Alley. It's entirely festooned with Christmas lights. It's fucking fantastic.
I'm sorry, $15 for a tattoo. I know it's 1990, but fuck. Oh, sorry, 1989 even. That is... Okay, that is kind of true. If you have tattoos, you automatically look slightly tougher.
21, sir.
That worked. Then again, I don't think this place is entirely on the up and up, you know.
Yeah, I also don't think that guy cares.
No.
Oh.
Man, he sounds different this early on, doesn't he?
Everybody eating donuts.
Hey man, if you're getting paid in fucking chips and your boss is bragging about not giving raises, then yeah, you're gonna fucking slack off.
As if you'd be able to hear him doing that throughout the entire fucking...
Okay, there's no blood. And all he did was go, ah!
Yep. Only because he can see it as well.
I'd just leave that fucking tattoo on. It's not a classless tattoo.
Yeah. Well, apart from the fact that it currently says moth.
Did it? I didn't even notice.
It was a mother tattoo that only got to the word moth.
I thought the tattoo was going to say mum.
On the plus side, he does actually know who's poked him each time. So even when Maggie pokes him, he looks at Maggie.
This is entirely Bart's fault. See, it's kind of hitting a bit close to home because my mum and dad, when I was a kid, used to have to save up all fucking year in order to give me, my brother, and my sister Christmas presents. Like, it's not a joke where if something like this happens, like, there is the potential that someone has no fucking Christmas. That never happened to me as a kid. They always... I don't know how the fuck they did it, because I wasn't privy to fucking financial stuff when I was 8. But, you know...
Yeah, I mean, early Simpsons, it hits hard for showing a family that actually have poverty issues. I think the only cartoon that does that these days is Bob's Burgers.
Yeah.
Like, they actually talk about being poor in Bob's Burgers. It's actually kind of refreshing.
One of my favourite things is someone tweeted, couldn't tell you when, but they're like, I love Bob's Burgers, it's very funny, but fuck, every time the finances comes up, it gives me a heart attack. Nothing over $5. Oh, that's a fucking mind trick, isn't it? The $5 thing.
Yep.
I can really understand fucking hating Flanders in this scenario.
Now, the thing is, from what we know about Flanders, if you told him that Christmas was cancelled and that you didn't have, and that you couldn't celebrate Christmas because of financial woes, this is the kind of time that he would just drop everything to help you with it. Except that this was when they were still writing the character. It was pre-Flanderization.
Yep.
So he was still a bit of a prick.
Yeah.
Just back when he was the Joneses with which to keep up. From his pocket.
That's actually really nice. That's quite nice for Mo, though.
Yeah, in terms of Mo, it is nice. But it did come from his pocket with all his change.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, back when Barney was blonde.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, jeez, when I was out of work. Oh. I got sent to a fucking place that were recruiting Santa Clauses. And I went, I did well, allegedly.
Just for being Santa shaped.
No, well, on the fucking form that you gotta fill out, they say, do you require a pillow to pad out your belly? And I'm like, no, I fucking don't. It's like, during the interview, like, it was a semi-attractive woman to me, and she was just like, I'm gonna pretend to be yeah, they make you do this shit. They make you do this shit. This isn't even a fucking lie. They don't sit on your lap, but they sit next to you and they give you all these random fucking questions kids are going to ask you. The one I got asked was fucking, how do you get all the Christmas presents to every house in one night? And I was just like, magic. And she went, she broke character, which I'm like, fuck you for breaking character. You're not allowed to do that. And she went, you can't just say magic. And I'm like, I didn't say this, but I'm thinking, they're fucking shit kids. They should be satisfied with the answer of magic. Anyway.
Well, you can always go into it of, oh, we save up all the time from all the other nights of the year.
That's a really cute way of going about it. What I did was I became Dio.
Okay.
I didn't act like Dio, but I was just like, okay, time stop. I can magically freeze time, and I do it all then.
It all happens at midnight.
I hadn't watched JoJo at the time. But if I had, boy, I would have done a fucking... you thought I was Santa Claus, but it was me, Dio!
Kono Dio da! Kono Santa da!
I was thinking earlier, fucking hell, yeah, that's American as fuck, isn't it?
Yeah. Gunshots and dogs. That's a good question.
How do you know what gunpowder smells like, ma'am?
Being in America. Ah, nice heartfelt message.
Did they misspell Mary?
I don't know.
It looked like it ended in IE. I like how even with his beard, they still have to show his fucking muzzle shit weird thing. Yeah.
Yeah, the 5 o'clock Homer. Yeah. Little partner.
Oh damn it! They didn't show the Mary. Man, that sucks because Homer really did try to keep that a secret from everyone.
Yeah, he's doing his damnedest. Here's where Bart's actually got a lot of respect for him.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Is that the first ever doll?
It might be. Like, there were some in the Tracy Ullman show.
Oh, you know what I meant.
First one in the show.
Oh, he gets fuck all, doesn't he?
Yep.
There's no way that's okay. That's actually bollocks.
$120 is the kind of thing you earn in a day these days.
Well, he did just work a day.
Yeah, fair enough.
But $13 for a day's fucking work is a rip. Barney bought everyone in the... How cheap is beer back then?
Well, yeah. I think it was like $2 a pint or something.
The implication is it's last time he got the money from the dog track, and he was just saying it was from the Santa gig.
Yeah. So, yeah, he got the Santa gig money and then went and gambled it all.
One of my favourite lines from The Simpsons, which is kind of fucked up, is during Krusty the Clown and the mob shakedown thing, where his financial advisor says, Krusty, gambling is the most financially secure thing you can do, if you're good at it.
Oh, the happy little elves.
God, that thing's gross.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of weird design choices early on, isn't there?
Yeah. Like, Barney just doesn't look right with blonde hair, but oh well.
I think they were trying to get the show that Bart and Lisa had hair by giving another character skin-coloured hair, but it does not work.
No. I think the only other person with skin-coloured hair that does kind of work is Comic Book Guy's beard.
Yeah, but that's because he's meant to have, like, stubble, shit stubble.
Yeah, Dr. Marlon Monroe has the same beard as well, and that's like got fingers.
Sir Galahad, the confidence to name your fucking dog after a Night at the Round Table.
Yup.
No lie, there are plenty of people who bet on horses and greyhounds who bet like this.
Oh yeah, absolutely. My mum does exactly the same thing. Whenever it's the Grand National, she'll always pick the weirdest names and then go ham on them.
With the Grand National, that's the best way to do it, because odds don't mean shit in that race.
Yeah.
I backed the winner this year.
Oh, nice.
I always bet on 4 horses in the National, because there's 40 fucking runners. So, a 10% chance of winning seems pretty appealing to me. And, one of my rules is, at least for the last couple of years, I've always backed on a female jockey. Because I'm like, one of them's going to win at some point, and I want to say I bet on the first one.
Sure.
Plus, your gender don't mean shit for horse racing. Yeah, you know what I mean? And, yeah, granted it was coincidence, but I don't give a fuck. I'm like, no, yeah, one of them's going to do it one day, so I'll bet on them all the time. And then I bet on just names I like, because, it's cool. I missed all of that because I was just remembering the Grand National.
Yeah, it was Lisa saying, "Don't knock my dad, because any knock at him is basically a knock at me, because he's my only male role model."
Damn, that's fucking...
And Paddy just goes, just watch your cartoon show, deal.
Lisa's not wrong.
Doggo
War's a great name.
It is a good one.
Life don't work that way, little buddy.
Go, Mechanical Rabbit, go.
I was going to say, they keep zooming in on the dog that looks slightly like him, but not actually him. That would hurt like fuck.
Yeah, it does.
That's grim.
This is a pretty good gag, though. took so fucking long that he couldn't even be asked.
I've never done... I don't think many people ever get to that low, but it's not impossible for someone to throw away a winning ticket.
Mm-hmm.
It is kind of surprising that they didn't follow his advice. Like, 10 to 1 on $13, that's $130 if you win, plus your stake back.
Yeah. I mean, the smart thing to do, even if you did want to change at the last minute, is go 50-50.
Yeah. That's fucking cruel, but at the same time, it was not an uncommon tale with greyhounds back in the day. It still happens nowadays, but people are more quiet about it.
Yeah, let's feed them a bit of chocolate and then...
That's not what I meant at all, but...
Okay.
There's a reason why there's so many greyhound shelters in this country.
Oh boy.
No, not to kill them, you fucking dick, to rehome them.
Yeah. I understood that you meant rehome them as soon as you said it, but yeah.
Do you want to talk about that fucked up thing Patty just said?
What, that he'll come home smelling a cheap perfume, yeah.
Like, Homer's a lot of things, but like they've shown it time and time again, he does not cheat.
Mm-hmm.
He has been tempted a few times, but that doesn't mean jack shit, because he didn't do nothing.
Yeah, he got smooched by Lillian Lumpkin, he got smooched by... he did actually kiss Mindy Simmons.
Yeah, and then instantly went, oh, this is fucked up, I'm sorry.
And then rang Marge.
Like, okay, I can acknowledge some people think kissing is cheating, and that's fine. If you think that, that is a ground rule. However, you know, moments of weakness like that, I think, can be forgiven, depending on the context. Do you want to sing a carol with me, Rick?
And if you ever saw it...
Oh, shit.
You would even say it glows like a light bulb.
Why are you telling Bart off for that shit? Oh, that was a double.
Yeah, even Lisa got one in there. Yeah, strip poker, yeah.
Oh, they just ante up their fucking antlers, do they?
Yeah, and he doesn't know the words.
Oh, so close.
Yeah.
Don't forget, at this point in time, he's got a crayon wedged in his brain.
Yep. And for all of the good episodes.
Yeah. I still think it's...
Yeah, back when they used to strangle Bart.
Yeah, it's all good, man. Fucking domestic violence. Who gives a shit, right? Well, that's a fucked up thing I just said. I didn't mean it, guys, I swear. Mit den Stimmen von... But apparently they changed fucking Homer's name in the Spanish thing to Homero.
Homero.
I don't know, is that a thing? Is that a name in Spanish then, Homero? I guess.
I'm assuming so. Otherwise it wouldn't be his name.
Guess. Oh, we're on to the Japanese dub. Man, this was back in the day as well, before fucking Disney and... well, no, Fox always owned it, but before Disney got their hands on it, so... Shows how popular it was, I suppose.
I remember watching it while I was on holiday in Germany and France, and generally the characters sound like the character, just in a different language, so they did a pretty good job of dubbing them, even back then.
Yeah, fair enough, man, fair enough. What did you think of the first episode of the Simpsons?
Man, it tugged on a lot of nostalgia strings. It wasn't the first episode we saw in the UK, but it was one of the early ones. Out of the first, 13 or so, that would have been one of the ones that they showed. How about you? What do you think?
Yeah, it was fine. It hasn't aged poorly, really. I don't think you can say about a lot of shows that started in the goddamn 80s.
Man, there are more than one Christmas episode of The Simpsons, and this is probably the best one of them.
I couldn't tell you a single other one.
There's at least a couple.
I remember this one because they got Santa's Little Helper in it.
There's the one where Bart steals the video game.
Oh, yeah, Bone Storm.
That one. The mall cop is Lieutenant Brodka.
But yeah, we should probably move on. So to that end, Rick, what is your favourite moment?
My favourite moment was Ho Ho Do.
Quite possibly the first ever dough in mainstream Simpsons.
But really, the favourite moment is the few seconds before that, where Bart is seeing Homer at a low point, standing by him, gaining respect for him, and not making a big deal out of it. Like, that's the actual favourite moment. But yeah, how about you? What was your favourite moment?
Homer Simpson's 100% U-turn, going, no, 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 and as soon as the dog is in his arms, he goes, "Aw."
He's a loser, he's pathetic, he's a Simpson, as soon as he gets licked.
Dude, no word of a lie, that's how my dad picked out a dog about 3 dogs ago. It was a little Yorkshire Terrier, it was a runt of the litter, he picked it up and it licked his nose and he was like, "This is my dog."
Yep.
Do not underestimate the power of a nose lick.
Yeah.
But yes, we can't only dwell on the good things, we should probably talk a bit about the bad. So to that end, Rick, do you have a weakest link?
My weakest link is probably the fact that Homer didn't feel like he could just talk to Marge about it. It shows with even Bart. He's not the most empathetic character, but even Bart was able to understand the situation, show some respect, show some restraint, and show some solidarity. If he'd have said the same thing to any of the other characters, I'm sure they would have understood just as well. It's the standard thing of have the conversation and you skip the plot.
Yeah, for all intents and purposes, guys, Simpsons is just a sitcom.
So generally, yeah, the plot is this contrivance that we've written in, but still, this entire mess could have been avoided by having a conversation, but, you know, Homer chose to hide it.
Which you also can't really fault, because back in the time frame, and even now some people still cling on to this mindset, but a man's problems are a man's problems. He keeps that shit to himself and he deals with it himself.
Yeah, this is also back in the days of housewives, so...
Well, that's what Marge be.
But yeah, how about you? Did you have a weakest link?
Probably just the fact it's early Simpsons. A lot of these side characters don't exist, and the ones that do exist are fundamentally different in some way. Like Barney having blonde hair, the twins having brown hair. It's not stuff that matters, but when you're used to how a character looks and acts, seeing them in a different light is a bit jarring.
Did you notice that Smithers had a voice but no appearance?
I did notice that, yes.
Yeah, I think that might have been a gag early on, that you only ever heard Smithers.
Yeah, it makes sense. The guy's a toady.
Yeah.
But yes, let's end on a high note. Rick, do you have an MVP for me?
My MVP has got to be Homer. When the chips were down, he tried to do his best to do the right thing. Even though it didn't all come through, it all worked out in the end. It's Simpsons. If it doesn't work out in the end, it's not a good episode. How about you? Who is your MVP?
My MVP is Santa's Little Helper for saving Christmas.
Yeah.
Without that little dude, the Christmas probably would have actually been shit.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. It was a free Christmas present, and he's one of the best ones you can get, is an extra family member that everyone enjoys the presence of. Even the cat, because apparently they have been living in sin and should have had a wedding a long time ago.
Okay. Dude, doing the mental math, we're probably on the 4th Santa's Little Helper at the moment in The Simpsons.
Well, just by the length of how long dogs are meant to live, yeah. By the same token, Bart and Lisa are still 10 years old.
Oh, so, yeah, I know, it doesn't really matter, I'm just saying. It's like, I remember watching a fucking YouTube series at one point, and they were talking about Scooby-Doo, and someone went, "I did the mental math, Scooby-Doo should have died in 76.
Yeah. I think the dog that found the World Cup, died a year later.
Oh, dude, that one's fucked up, because he strangled himself.
Oh, boy, I didn't know that.
He was tied in the backyard, and he, as dogs do, did a fucking loop-de-doo, and he got it all tied up and tight, and yeah, he got choked out by his own chain. Fucked up, man.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, it was not a natural end.
Oh, no. It wasn't an old dog.
Well, thanks on that charming fucking note to end on. We do hope you enjoyed our first Christmas episode. And yes, you know where to reach us. If you want to send us a comment, you've got the YouTube comment section down below. If you're not watching on YouTube and you're listening via one of our many Audible platforms, you can send us an email. Where can they send said email to, Rick?
nonsensereviewuk@gmail.com. Once again, nonsensereviewuk@gmail.com.
Yes. We hope to hear from you. We like to hear your thoughts. We even like to hear suggestions of things to review. But for now, we're going to sign off. Join us next week for our second episode that is Christmas flavoured. So I hope you look forward to that. And yeah, keep yourselves safe and keep yourselves happy, guys. See ya.
Bye.